Wasn't about Darlene. This is for the monarchs, for the love of monarchs.
Here at Canada's most southern mainland point is where monarch butterflies will come and gather in the trees before they migrate to Mexico. And for years, it was where Darlene Burgess would come to count every one of them to keep track of the population. But what drew her to it?
She's very passionate about the monarchs and how incredibly small and fragile they are.
Her passion was the starting point.
That passion spread across all areas of her life. She did everything wholeheartedly.
We actually went to the same high school.
Ken and Darlene were teens when they met in Sault Ste. Marie. They raised 2 kids and after 25 years of marriage had a wild adventure. The couple moved from small-town Ontario to Maui, Hawaii for several years. It's where her love of wildlife truly blossomed. Family brought them back to southwestern Ontario, just outside Point Pelee National Park.
This was basically her backyard.
And that's where she got hooked on the monarchs, counting them nightly in September and part of October before their journey south, taking others under her wing and teaching them about the butterflies.
There's not another person alive in this area that does what she does, that cared as much for the monarchs as she did.
When I picture Darlene, I picture being down at the tip, on the trail right around sunset and looking up and talking about monarchs.
But last year, Darlene's evenings spent counting weren't the same. She was getting treated for endometrial cancer.
Kind of amazing that her cancer didn't slow her down, even coming down here in a wheelchair just to make sure that she got her count in.
On one windy night, as Darlene was doing her counts, there was one monarch struggling to get out of the water and into the trees.
My mom, cancer, chemo and all, took her shoes off, walked out into that lake. Somebody handed her a big log and she went out there with that, helped that little monarch out of the water, and he made it. He made it to the trees. And the people that were on the beach at the time, once he got to those trees, everybody cheered. It was just such a special moment, and exactly my mom, like putting nature first.
But that year would be her last. In April, the monarch's most devoted fan died.
I just miss her.
Others are trying to continue the count, but it's not easy without Darlene. To her, the monarchs weren't just a number. They were like friends. It's why she wasn't only there when they left, she also found them when they got home.
That was our last tour, and rode the horses up, high up into the mountain. The sky was just filled with orange butterflies flying all around.
Darlene was 68 years old. Jennifer LaGrassa, CBC News, Leamington.